Hey everybody, Corey Meyer here. I'm back today with Chris Lamm. We've been talking with him about all things mortgage, all the issues we're hearing about in today's real estate market, all the things to look out for. So one of the things that we're seeing a lot of right now is cash. We see a lot of cash purchases. And so in that sense, there's no concern of interest rate, but for certain people, it would make more sense to leverage cash from the bank and not your own cash. So Chris, can you walk us through why someone would want to leverage a mortgage over using cash in today's market?
Yeah, absolutely. When you think about a mortgage, it's strategic debt. I'll give you an example. If someone were to take, say, 10% down and buy a $400,000 house, that's $40,000, right? That $400,000 house goes up at 5% a year and they hold it for 5 years. They took $40,000 and they made $100,000. It's probably over a 200% ROI. The reason that's possible is because the bank took all the risk. And so even if the rate is in the mid sixes, where else can you take 5 or 10% down and leverage a $500,000 asset that appreciates over time? Right. So this real estate is the number one way that most people will create legacy wealth in their life, regardless of whether the rates are in the 3s or the 7s. And so for most people, it does make sense to leverage that real estate.
Right. I was actually teaching a class last week to some young students. That's one of the things I was talking about. Someone asked if I had X amount of money, what would be better to buy, real estate or stocks? And I said, well, if you take $20,000 and you buy $20,000 in stocks, right now you got $20,000 of stocks and you're hoping a percentage is going to go up on that $20,000. Whereas you put $20,000 down on a $300,000 house, the gain on that house, when we are in an appreciating market, is on the $300,000, not the 20 you put down. So that's one of the most beautiful things about real estate investing, right?
Yeah. I think the only place where that may be a little different is for investment properties, where investors are looking for cap rates and they're trying to get cash flow, right? That is going to be something where the interest rate is going to be more of a factor. And I think that lends to your point that there are a lot of cash buyers, specifically in the non-owner occupied market, because they're trying to find their cap rates. And when rates are higher, that's more difficult.
Well, I appreciate that. This is a good topic, and Chris and I are available to go over any of this further with any of you. Please reach out to us if you have any questions. Thanks, Chris.
Thanks, Corey.